Hey, what's up, everybody? Morgan here, owner of No Flash Inc. I'm also the only artist presently. Just wanted to do a quick video for you guys. This is something I'm going to be doing regularly, just thought I'd kind of throw it out there. Those of you that haven't been in the shop obviously haven't met me, so I kind of wanted to give you a little introduction to me, background. As far as my art and tattooing is concerned, I'm just going to get into it real quick. I started drawing at an early age. My mom told me I started drawing about 2. So if there's any questions about whether I've been drawing or know how to draw, yeah, I've been doing that for a while. My influence, basically comes down to comic books, Star Wars, and bodybuilding. Kind of a strange mixture, I guess, but I grew up on Star Wars, grew up reading comic books. I got a lot of inspiration from comic books, and then when I was in high school, looking at my art teacher's bodybuilding magazines kind of helped me understand how to draw the human anatomy, which then got me into bodybuilding. I competed a little bit for a little while, didn't do a whole lot with that, so I kind of just moved on. At one point I worked on an associate's degree in art at Ames Community College here in Greeley, Colorado. Did that for a bit, but man, I wasn't feeling the general education classes. And I kind of looked at it like, man, if you got a talent, why do you need a degree to prove it? That was a younger version of me, and now I'm a little bit wiser and understand that a degree is important. However, pushed on. I've done a couple other things on the side. I did some brand recognition for a local gym where I helped that gym owner kind of create his brand as far as the designs for that. A lot of that was geared towards bodybuilding and whatnot. But beyond that, got into designing tattoos for people before I could even tattoo. Had a lot of friends, co-workers that knew I could draw came to me and said, hey, can you tattoo? At that time I couldn't. So they were asking me, could you draw me up an original design so I can take it into a shop and get it done? And so that's really my first foothold into tattooing, just drawing original designs for people. At the same time, I was getting tattooed in a local shop, so I'd show them a bunch of my work, and I was coming up with things that I wanted to get tattooed, and I would take it into them, and they would do it. A little bit into getting tattooed by them, I talked to them about apprenticeship. They weren't necessarily having it. Don't know if I posed a threat or what that was all about, but I basically was given the cold shoulder on that experience, and so decided to kind of, after I fished around a little bit, decided to teach myself how to tattoo. So I didn't go through the traditional apprenticeship that some tattooers have gone through. But as you look at tattoo artists nowadays, not everybody's gone through an apprenticeship. There are those out there that have taught themselves how to tattoo. How that started, I just went online, I found a tattoo kit that had everything I needed, including fake skins, basically flesh colored rubber. And so once I understood, learned the mechanics of the machine, broke down the machine, built it back up, all that kind of stuff, then I started practicing on the flesh, the fake skins. I did that for about a year until I felt confident in my line work, color saturation, all those types of things. And then I started practicing on myself. As I practiced on myself, a couple of family members took notice, let me retouch a couple old pieces they had. And then at that point, then I got to do some original pieces on them. At that point, I was actually, when I got into, and I was doing that for a bit, I was also working at our local sheriff's office. And so I had a lot of deputies that came to me because they didn't feel safe going into some of the tattoo shops here in town. And, they wanted me to work on them so that they were in a safer environment. So I did that for a bit. Then I promoted up to a sergeant. And so my career path at that time took a little different route, still tattooed all the time, on the side, just, not consistently, not as much as I wanted to anyways, but, made sure that I keep myself fresh. And did that for a while, and then, probably about a year and a half ago, I got to a point where I wasn't happy with the way things were going, the direction that things were going, my life and my work life, and I just decided, like, hey man, it's time to go at this full time. Talked with my wife about it, and she was she was like, well, what do you want to do? And I was like, well, I'd like to get back into tattooing. And she'd asked me if I wanted to work in any shops in town. And I told her, I was like, no. And, trying to get my foot in the door would kind of be a challenge. So we just decided to open our own shop, No Flash Ink. And so we've been open for a little over a year and a half now, done really well. Love the clientele that I've accumulated thus far, met some really great people, heard some really great stories. Been a good time. My goal with this shop is a little bit different than other shops that I've seen around. I'm going more for like a professional, classy environment. It's a tattoo shop that you can walk into, feel real comfortable the minute you walk in the door. You're greeted immediately with a hello, how can I help you? Real positive attitude here, because we're here to serve you and give you an original design, something you're looking for. Some people don't always understand what No Flash Ink stands for. What that boils down to is everything that I do is original. So you come to me with an idea, we talk, we have a consultation, I take down notes, maybe even sketch something up. And then, I start working on the design, you schedule your appointment. And what I do is I just work with you through email, and we just kind of communicate, send some rough designs and go back and forth so that by the time your appointment comes up and you walk in the door, you already know what you're getting, and you're not going to get anything that anybody else has. And that's another thing, is I don't replicate my own work. I don't replicate other tattoo artists' work. So if you come in with a Pinterest idea or references, that's nice. But, understand that I'm not going to be giving you that exact tattoo. Because, you want something that's your own individually. Now, you can't control what, if someone sees your tattoo and wants to copy it. That's one of those things you just can't control. But what I can control is giving you a great piece of artwork, significant to you and important to you, and it's just something that you can be proud to walk around and wear the rest of your life. Been asked about, what is my style? With the comic book, Star Wars, bodybuilding influence, I've thought about that, and my style is pretty much a mix of three styles. And so I call it New Neo-Japanese. But if you mix new school, neo-traditional, and Japanese, that's kind of what I really like to do. Real colorful, illustrative type things. Sometimes, a little bit cartoony, but not so much. I've done pretty much everything in the last year except portraits. I don't do black and gray portraits. It's just something I don't mess with, and until I get really good at it, I'm not going to make that a permanent mark on someone. But really I like to focus on detail, bright colors. Not to say I can't do black and gray, because I've done a lot of black and gray and I enjoy that too, but when I think about a tattoo, I think about a color tattoo. You don't always see a black and gray tattoo across the street, but you definitely see a color tattoo. So that's one of those things that I specialize in, that I really enjoy doing. And if you come to me and you're looking for something that you really want to show off and be proud of, color tattoo is the way to go, because that's where I do my best. As far as a customer coming in here and what can I give you, if you come with a creative kind of out of the box idea, I'm pretty sure that I can give you a one of a kind tattoo. Sometimes the most crazy ideas make the best tattoos. I get that that's not everybody's cup of tea, but at the same time, if you come in with a really solid, good idea, sometimes out of the box, and we sit down and go back and forth, can give you definitely a killer tattoo, something you'll be proud to show off and brag about right after you get it and for the years to come. So how I work is everything is pretty much done digitally. I do hand draw it, but then I scan it into my computer, and I have a Photoshop program that I use. And that's, where the magic happens, where I kind of render out the image, add the colors and whatnot to it. And then we just kind of communicate back and forth and make it happen. One other thing, a client-artist relationship is definitely very important. So that consultation is always kind of the first step in the process. Kind of get to feel out each other, understand what direction you're wanting to go with your tattoo, and how we can achieve the end result. I also get that not everybody gets along, and sometimes I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I do believe that relationship between client and artist is very, very important. But we give you an environment that you can sit back, enjoy the experience, feel comfortable, and we've had many repeat clients. And for those of you that are repeat clients, I thank you. That's kind of what we're all about. I just look at every tattoo as a piece of artwork, and so I put 100% into every tattoo that I do, whether it's designing it or the day of when I'm tattooing it, because I want you to have the best piece of artwork that you can the rest of your life. So that's just a little bit about me, Morgan, here at No Flash Inc. This is the first video, one of, I hope to be many. I've got some other subjects I kind of want to talk on and touch on, but I thought I'd throw out this quick video, just kind of a short background about me and what you can expect when you come to No Flash Inc. So I've started this YouTube channel. Please feel free to subscribe, comment, like this post, share it with friends, and also don't forget the little bell up in the corner. Turn on your post notifications so anytime I upload a video, you'll get an email right away letting you know that we've got a new fresh video out there for you to check out. That's it for right now. Just wanted to kind of throw a quick video out there, get this thing rolling, little introduction about me and what you can expect. So with that, thank you.